Palm Beach continues to thrive through innovation, resilience, and community-focused initiatives. In 2025, we strengthened public safety, modernized infrastructure, advanced environmental stewardship, and enhanced resident engagement. Our police and fire rescue teams earn national recognition for excellence, while planning, zoning, and building, and public works deliver transformative projects that safeguard the quality of life. Looking ahead, we're committed to leveraging technology, sustainability, and strategic planning to ensure Palm Beach remains a safe, vibrant, and welcoming community. A lot of changes on the town council. Big congratulations to Lou Crampton. It was a hard-fought victory, and Lou will be returning to the desk, which is a good thing for consistency. We're already adding a new member with Nikki McDonald. Pleased to welcome Nikki to the desk. It's a good group. We work really well together, and I think we get things done. Bobby is retiring after a decade on the desk, and she has been such a leader in environmental stewardship, the Green Initiative, focusing on the expansion of the Marina and Marina Park, which I think everybody agrees is amazing. She's been an amazing leader, and we are going to miss her, but we will welcome Nikki. The town is full of amazing successes. So we'll start with the Phipps Ocean Park renovation. It is on schedule and it should open at the beginning of next season. The Little Red Schoolhouse has been moved further up the dune. Greater visibility will also protect it from things like flooding. It's going to be a transformative project for the South End, and we're all looking forward to it. And with great appreciation from town residents to the Preservation Foundation, who raised all the money for this amazing project. In the rest of Phipps Ocean Park, the town tennis facilities have been upgraded and new pickleball courts have been added. It seems to be a great success. The rest of the park also will have new lifeguard stations, new restrooms, a native garden. So Phipps Ocean Park is going to be amazing. North Fire Station, I think everybody knows, completely renovated. It is a landmark structure, the third oldest functioning fire station in the state of Florida. The team there is winning all sorts of design awards because we mixed the old with the new, so you have exposed brick, the original fire pole, all these interesting things that keep it historical on the inside, as well as having all the technology and things to make sure that our first responders working out of the fire station have the best equipment available. Well, the undergrounding, the 10-year project that seems to never end, will be over in 2027. When you see that all of the poles are gone, there are no wires coming over the top of the street, and realize how aesthetically beautiful it is. But it has the functional part too. Less fires in the north end, and it has resiliency too. Although it was painful at times, I think we have to agree that the project was well worth the effort. Thank God for the Marina and a Bobby Lindsay project. The original Marina was generating very nice income. $4 million a year, but we realized it could have been much more. And Bobby had the foresight to push that project through to its completion. The new marina is generating about $14 million a year in income. Some of those extra revenues will allow us to pay for the undergrounding overage. The council promised the residents that we would not come back to them with an additional charge or an additional tax to pay for it. The marina is helping supplement that. The plus side is once undergrounding is paid for, the marina will continue to produce extra revenue, which can be used for other projects. Our contract with West Palm Beach is expiring, and we are still doing due diligence. It's not as easy as it seems. So the town is in active discussions with Lake Worth Beach and with West Palm Beach. It's progressing slowly, much more slowly than I anticipated, but this is a long-term commitment for the safety of our water supply to this island. And I think there are pros and cons to each one of those municipalities. There are obviously concerns with the growth in West Palm Beach. West Palm Beach has a permit for wells going into the aquifer. It's much more complicated than it sounds, but we also have a right to extend our current contract. I think we have 3 5-year extensions that are available to us when it expires. Every resident on the island can agree that the new FAA flight restrictions are horrible. It affects everybody's quality of life. The town has filed a lawsuit in conjunction with the county. The problem is we're not getting much communication from the FAA. I think everybody understands the concerns regarding the safety of the President of the United States. The impact really is when the President is not in residence. I have to say, Congresswoman Frankel has been a great advocate for us. She and I are communicating on a regular basis. She is working as hard from her end as we are from our end to come up with some sort of a resolution. She's been amazing. Well, I have to say, for once, the state legislature has allowed municipalities to start regulating illegal moorings in their jurisdiction. The problems after COVID and more people living on their boats and perhaps not always doing the right thing as to removal of waste, which causes all sorts of bacterial yuck. And the other problem is people are just dumping their boat, leaving it there, and it sinks, and then it's a hazard, and then you can't remove it. So this allows the town to move those hazards, but it's an expensive proposition. But thanks to the Police and Fire Foundation, who gave the town a donation, it allows us to move forward with that. And there are other municipalities along the Intercoastal who are also making adjustments to that and putting ordinances in. And we found that only one of the moorings in the Intercoastal was actually legally permitted by the state of Florida. That's a problem, because everybody needs to follow the rules. We're down 50% over our original number of boats out there. Our marine unit is doing a great job. Some want to listen and some don't, but I think it's being enormously successful. I know there's some consternation, but the consternation isn't coming from our residents. Last year, we had hired an outside firm to help us with our zoning code review, and it wasn't going the direction that the council had hoped for. So staff recommended that we bring it back into town hall. You know, nobody knows our code better than the staff who works with it every day. There are certain things that are what we would consider low-hanging fruit, quick fixes that seem sort of logical. They've brought that to the town council in 7 to 10 pieces at a time. Staff's doing an amazing job of bringing it forward. Current code envisions that every lot size in the north end is 100 by 100. So if your lot size is 99 feet, that automatically triggers town council review. Those lots were platted well over a century ago, many of them. And so some of them, I'm not sure the measuring tools were as accurate as they are now. We'll adjust the new code to allow more flexibility and some logic into some of those items. I have to say I'm really grateful that there are less complaints. I think the town, through the 6-point parking and traffic management plan, has done a good job of mitigating the effects of traffic through slow and deliberate changes. Requesting landscapers to leave by 3:30 means that they're off the island before what is considered peak rush hour between 4:30 and 5:30. Police on every major intersection in the afternoon who are skilled at helping the traffic flow. A great coordination with West Palm Beach and communication when there is a problem. It seems to be working better. Things we cannot control are bridge openings. The best thing that happened was that the Bonefish Cove barges that were disrupting traffic 12 times a day last year, this year don't require bridge openings. They've cut the spuds, which are the poles that had to go under the bridge, which were much taller than the barges. So you don't need to open the bridge for the barges to go underneath. Sometimes in season, while Mar-a-Lago Road is closed, it's a little more problematic. It's just a lack of one more access point or exit point for our residents. People are getting to understand what the traffic pattern is and adapting the way they live their lives around some of the traffic pattern. There is nothing the town can do about the development in West Palm Beach. I think one of the good things coming to West Palm Beach will be a Publix over near City Place, which will be an enormous Publix. I think that will help drive some of the people who come to get lunch or dinner here on the island. Publix will allow them to shop perhaps closer to their own neighborhoods. First of all, we have to start by thanking Jill and Avi Glazer for their vision and financial commitment to the town. I've been in it several times, and it doesn't look like the old Playhouse on the inside, but the way it's going to be used and utilized, and people are really encouraged about the accessibility to Glazer Hall. I talked to Jill and Avi. What they found is that people come early, self-park, go to St. Ambrose, go to the grill, go to the honor bar, walk around the plaza, and then walk over to their event. I think it's a win-win. It's beautiful, and personally, I'm incredibly grateful for their foresight. They have been, they've become friends, and I think we all owe them a great debt of gratitude. As America gets ready to celebrate their 250th anniversary this summer, when you come over the North Bridge, you see the bicentennial eagle, a beautiful symbol of our town. And now you have two beautiful new medians sponsored and planned by the Garden Club and Jorge Sanchez. The Garden Club spearheaded this plan. We're incredibly generous with their donation. As with all landscaping, it takes a while for it to settle in and to actually flourish, but I think we're off to a great start. Once again, the town receives awards for its transparency and its financial stability. I think the fact that our bond rating is AAA plus indicates how well we're doing. We have an incredible team of financial consultants who are volunteers. The retirement board, the OPEB board, they do an amazing job. This year, we added more police officers, which includes more code enforcement officers, which will encourage more people to follow the rules, an extra staff member in the planning, zoning, and building department to process the permits more quickly and more thoroughly. But I think Kirk and the team and Bob Miracle have done an amazing job, and the town remains incredibly stable. Our reserves are strong, but there are some things coming down through the legislature which could impact our property taxes. Although we are strong in our reserve funds, changes to property tax income to the town could be problematic in the future, but the town is well prepared for that, and we are truly blessed that our municipality is ready. It's a great town. I want to give a shout out to the council. I don't think people who don't sit on the desk realize what a difficult job it is. And so I'm grateful for the team we have. We'll have a new team. I'll be proud to serve with that team. Every municipality has issues. In my liaisonship with Palm Beach County League of Cities, and I go to other municipalities, they all have the same issues. I know we're not perfect, but we're pretty close.